So today's video is going to be my first look at the iFly 737 MAX 8 for Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm going to dedicate a whole video to the interior model as there's a fair bit to unpack. As you can see, it's really well done. All the textures, dials and switches all look great, and those of you familiar with the 737NG will be right at home in here. Obviously the main difference you'll notice are these four huge displays which look absolutely fantastic. So we'll do a brief look around the flight deck to see what we can find, followed by a bit of a walk through the cabin where we'll take a good look at all the little features and Easter eggs that really set this plane apart from pretty much anything else I've seen in the sim, to be honest. And trust me, there's loads to discover, so let's get started. Okay, let's start with a bit of a 360 degree of the flight deck then, and as you can see it's all pretty familiar stuff if you're used to the 737NG, and the MAX was very much designed with that in mind. And let's take a look at some of the features that have been modelled. And if we come over to the first officer's seat and hit that click spot, the seat slides over, and the same on the captain side, which is pretty cool. Over to the windows, we've got window blinds that you can push up and put down again. They actually look pretty realistic as well. Quite happy with the texturing on those. And we've also got some grab handles that are all modelled and animated, and the same on the first officer's side. And if we move around to the back of the flight deck, we've got a little click spot here which pops out a jump seat, which is really nicely animated as well. Very good. If we want a guest watching on, and it can go away again as well. Very slick. I do like that. What else have we got then? I like a little mirror there, look, showing the reflection of our cockpit. And all these little lights can be, just zoom in a little bit, can be dimmed, and you can swivel them as well. So that's all quite good. We can do our usual oxygen tests on the masks. Not quite sure why the captain's uniform's here, obviously he's been flying naked or something. The arms on the chair are also animated, and then we can pop the chair back in, and we can do the same on the first officer's side. And there we go. So that is our seats all back into position. And then just behind the first officer's seat we have the manual gear extension hatch, which is all animated as well. So as you can see, loads to discover in and around the flight deck. I probably haven't even found half of it yet myself, so let's move on to our cabin walkthrough. So cabin door open then, let's have a little walk through, and we will close that behind us. And this is where the fun really begins. So let's have a little look around the galley area. Again, all really nicely modelled, all the cabinets, crates and boxes. We can also arm our inflatable slides at the bottom here, click that, and that also pops this red banner across the window. And we can do the same on the opposite side. There we go. And then we have something that all flight simmers have been waiting for. We have a fully animated toilet, so we can go inside here and we can pop the seat up. There we go. And if we go in a bit further, no reflection in the mirror. I'm not a vampire, honest. Yes, it does flush. And come on fellas, don't be that guy. Let's get the toilet seat put down. There we go. And then we can also drop the baby changing table up and down as well. So we can already begin to see the sort of levels of detail that they've gone into with this. And we've only just started really, so let's carry on moving through the cabin into first class. And what I've worked out is, if you can see it, you can pretty much interact with it. So we've got overhead bins that fold down, and back up again. And if we move down to the seats, we can open the tray tables. Again, the animations are so slick, it is really impressive. And they go back in as well. Right, what else can we have a look at? If we just move up. Oh yes, window blinds all come down as well. So we can just drop those like that. And also the curtain here between first class and economy shuts. And another window blind there. And then we can open those again as well. So moving through into the economy cabin then. Again, all the bins work. You do have to sometimes hunt around for the click spot a little bit, and on these bins it's the little strut on the side which puts it back up. Let's take a seat over the emergency exit, and we'll just open this blind as well. And that one goes down, that's quite nice. And we can have a look out over the wing, and we can also pop our tray table down, which looks really cool. and we've also got the TUI safety card in the back of the headrest there. I'll have a cup of coffee and a packet of ready salted Pringles, please. And moving along to the rear of the cabin then. And I think one of the things that impresses me most about this add-on is the performance is absolutely brilliant. It's so smooth, and I'm also in Edinburgh Airport, which is Pyrig Devco's Edinburgh, and that's a fairly complicated scenery as well. Look at these TUI logos on the headrests with all the stitching. Looks really good. So yeah, I can't fault the performance whatsoever. Really impressive. So let's take a look at the rear galley area then. Again, modelled very similar to the front. We've got our jump seats there. We've got two more lavatories as well, which are again all fully animated, and another one on this side. And again, we can arm our slides just down the bottom like that, and the same on the other side. There we go. And something I want to show you as well is this little panel here. We can actually control all the cabin lighting as well, which is absolutely nuts that this entire system works as well. Look at this. So if we wanted to change the cabin lighting, we just need to select a colour. So let's go for sunrise and sunset, and then click both zones. It's split into two zones, and there we go. We can see on the diagram, and all our lights are now into the sunrise sunset colours. So we could just go back to our standard white as well and click both zones again. There we go, and then the lighting is changed. We could go to night time, so we click on that setting, and again both zones, so we get a bit more moody lighting for night time. And we can also operate the forward entry area lighting from here as well. If we click that to off, not sure you can see that from here, pop it back on again. No, you can't quite see it, but we can also do the same for the rear. So there we go, that's dimmed the lights in the rear. And we can also split the lighting into separate zones. So if we wanted sunrise and sunset for the first class area, we do that. Here we go, we can see there. And we could have bright white in the main cabin. There we go. It is so cool. I can't believe they've modelled this and got it fully functioning as well. Absolutely superb. What else can we click on? Oh, I think I just opened another overhead bin. Yep, that wasn't quite the right click spot, but you get the idea. And there's another one of these panels at the front of the plane as well, which is fully operational too, so all good stuff. Right, so that's pretty much it for the cabin utility panel. Let's just close our bin, and I'm going to wrap it up there for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that first look and walkthrough of the iFly 737 MAX 8. I think what they've done is absolutely incredible. I think a lot of other developers will be looking at this and say, wow, the bar has been raised really. Obviously the plane also needs to fly well, and I can inform you it does. So my next video we're going to be looking at that. That's the important bit, I guess, but all these added extras are really nice to have, and it also gives us something to do when we're in the cruise to pass the time, come into the cabin and have a good look around. So yeah, what these guys are doing, along with people like Pyrig, really has sort of set the standard now for developers, I think. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one when we'll look at setting up the aircraft from cold and dark. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.